Okay. So, story time. My fiance's family moved to Colorado and they gave us some stuff. As you can see, this mess of a garage. And, and they gave us this table. And I was driving home. And I was not paying attention. And I rear-ended a lady. In the process of that, I slammed on my brakes. I wasn't paying attention. Slammed on my brakes, and all the stuff in the back of my work van slid forward, breaking this table. Probably can't really tell, because I kind of managed to get it somewhat back together, but what we're going to do is we're going to put some construction adhesive on it. So, I know this is not the best way to do it, but this is what we're going to do. What, dear? Hold on. Yeah. I know. A little bit of adhesive. Little dab there. Don't want that. So yeah, so we basically wasn't paying attention, and I rear-ended some old lady. And broke the table, so I'm going to try to fix it. It's not like a family heirloom or anything like that. It's just a table that they had. And, but I would like to fix it because I broke it, you know. So, that being said, that's what we're doing, right? So anyways, I was driving, I was looking at my phone, I just got off work, I was answering some text messages and stuff, and of course you shouldn't text and drive, I know. And I sorry. I was texting and driving. I was looking at text messages. A lady in front of me stopped, as she is allowed to do, and I hit her. And I was like, crap, man. It wasn't super bad. I didn't get hurt. She wasn't hurt. You know, I got out of my van. I walk up, and I'm looking at her bumper, and I was like, oh, okay. Not too bad. It was like a little dent in the muffler, a couple of scratches in the paint. Hi, dear. Are you trying to escape? And I was like, oh, great, you know. Great. This will be cake, you know. We won't have to do anything with insurance. We won't have to, you know, get out of this. Because I didn't think it would have hurt my my van, you know. So I was like, all right, here's my insurance. I had hopped out of the van with it, and I was like, here's my insurance, you know. Let me know what the damage is, whatever. Well, I turn around to go back to my van. I didn't look at my van, but I turned around to go back to my van, and my whole front end, I have one of those like ProMaster 2500s, like the whole front end of my van was just concaved in. Like her bumper like was at the perfect height where it missed my bumper and just imploded my engine. I'm leaking radiator fluid, I'm leaking power steering fluid, I'm losing power steering fluid, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go. And I quickly try to get it home. And I totally expected them to like total the van because it was that bad. I don't really have any good pictures of it, and it's weird because like you can't really see the damage because it's a ProMaster, and the damage isn't readily available. But anyways, I call my boss and you know, he asked if everybody's okay. I said yeah. And I give her, or let him know, like, this is the lady's name. Or actually, she didn't even give me her name. I didn't even get her insurance information. I was in such a tizzy that she left without it. And he's like, all right, well, that's fine. I'll call it in. He calls into his insurance, and a couple days later they pick it up, and they, you know, do their thing. And, like, literally probably a month later, the lady calls and says, you know, hey, I took my truck in, and it was, you know, yada, 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 this amount. And I was like, all right, well, let's, you know, contact my insurance. And we got her all settled, and the van got all fixed. And it took months for them to fix my ProMaster. I'm not sure why it took so long, but it did. Needless to say, oh, ma'am, what are you doing? I'm not paying attention, and my Miss Ma'am is trying to escape. So, the moral of the story is don't text and drive, and you won't have to fix tables that you broke. I'm notorious for breaking furniture. It was kind of an inside joke because, like, I've broken a couple other pieces of furniture accidentally. Like, there's a table over here, or a bed, I chipped off a little bit. The wood on top, speaking of which, actually, I could probably fix that with this glue. Don't text and drive, kids. You won't have to fix furniture. Sleepy babies. That's all I got. Thanks.